Are you streaming in?
We're live. We're live. Hi, everyone. My name is Rachel Burson, and I'm from the Robotics Institute. I co-direct the RI Summer Scholar Program. We're going to get started in just a few minutes talking about the Summer Scholar Program and getting into research. One of our researchers has joined us, and I'd like to welcome Bilal so he can introduce himself. Bilal, are you able to hear me and maybe say hello to everyone?
Yeah, hello everyone. My name is EQ. I'm pretty long, but you can call me Olam, and I work for riss 2021 this last summer, and I would like to share my experience.
Okay, wonderful. So we're going to give everyone just a few more moments to log in and join us, and then we'll fully start. And I know that there want to thank you for taking the time for everyone joining us this morning to learn about the Summer Scholar Program and just see what we might take a look at together. So we'll get started in just a moment here, and welcome everyone. We're glad that you're here. Okay, let's get started. Welcome. My name is Rachel Burson, and today we're going to be talking about the Summer Scholar Program. This is one of the virtual information sessions that you get to meet with myself and a colleague to hear about the program, some of the research, and get some hints and guides on how you might explore this opportunity. So again, I'd like to welcome my colleague and give him the opportunity to say hello. Iki?
Yeah, hi, hello everyone. My name is Seiki again. So yeah, I was working for the riss 2021 this last summer, and it was a great experience. So I can't wait to share about a little bit more about it.
Yeah, so Iggy has the exciting part. So he's going to get to talk about his research, and will be great to also ask questions about his experience. So throughout the session, there's a meeting pulse where you can ask questions. You have the link, it's dropped into the chat and also sent to you via email. So we can dive in there at the end. We'll reserve some time to answer some of those questions, and I'll also take a look at those periodically to share more. So let's learn a little about the context. Where are we? Well, we're at Carnegie Mellon University, located in Pittsburgh, PA, which is the eastern part of the United States, and we're in a really special place. Carnegie Mellon University is extraordinary, known for so many different fields. In the areas of technology, robotics really has been a pioneering effort here at Carnegie Mellon. And so what that means is that the Summer Scholar Program is located in a community that has such incredible depth and breadth. There are hundreds of active projects. There are more than 60 faculty members. There's so many different labs and projects. And so the program is about exploring robotics, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. The Robotics Institute is an academic department within the School of Computer Science, and there are 7 academic departments. And the Robotics Institute is the world's largest university affiliated robotics research group. So what brings us all together in riss and this larger community is that we're fascinated by robotics. We want to see how to move the cutting edge, and what kind of applications, basic research, everything about making lives better with robotics. So what is the Summer Scholar Program? We hope that you walk away from this session with a clearer understanding of the program. I encourage you to visit the website to read the frequently asked questions. There's a lot of information, and really the gem within the website is the journal and the posters. So what is riss? Riss is really, if you want to think about it, because there's so many different moving parts, there's three elements. It's guided research. So the Summer Scholar Program is a three-part guided research program. There is an onboarding to help us come together, build some tools and familiarity, start to form community. There's a deep dive in the summer where you work with a lab directly on a research project. And throughout that experience in the summer, there's professional development, there's exploration of different robotics applications. What being at Carnegie Mellon in robotics and within riss enables you to do is to explore so many different areas. In the cohort that Ike was a member of, there were 58 different students from 13 different countries and over 40 universities. So you're really getting this wonderful diversity of thought and approach and experience, and we're all coming together and we're moving forward as a cohort. So each of us are supporting, guiding, and trying to open doors for each other. I'd love to help you think about the Summer Scholar Program for 2022 and how you might approach it. So the dates for the summer 2022 program is June 1st through August 5th. Again, we'll start with an onboarding that happens in the spring. We're really in May, we start to form community, we review some tools so that you're really prepared to do this deep dive together into research. And then we'll continue on in the fall, and it's optional to continue. So you can take your research results, and if there's a mutual interest in doing so, you can continue to collaborate through the fall and really see where you can take those results. So when you go to the riss website, when you click on apply, this is what you're going to see here. You're going to see this page. And I want to go through several different areas here so that you feel prepared to really make the best presentation and profile submission that you can. So essential information, you can apply through January 15th. It's better to actually apply early and make sure that your recommendation letters are in, because really at January 15th, we close down and then we're looking at the entire application package. So you want to make sure that you have time to put that together. One of our frequent questions is whether or not there is funding for students from across the US and also international students as well. Yes, there's funding for both the US and international students, and our colleagues joining us today may talk about that as well. The application, there's only a few pieces, but there's some really, really important things that you need to do. So for the resume, I would suggest 2 pages or less. Transcripts, make sure that they're very clear, easy to read, and of course in English. The recommendation letters are going to be important. You want to choose recommenders that can speak to your research potential. And so if you've not had research experience yet, you may want to focus on those project experiences and moving that forward. It's best to have at least one academic recommender. You might do something from an internship or a company, but this is a research program. So I think to match that up with someone from academia that can talk to and really speak to your qualifications for research, it would be a powerful support for you. The statement of purpose is going to be so important. And let's move over to the green box here. You've got a lot of hints. You've got a lot of ways to really stand out. The first thing that you need to do is really go to the research showcase. And Ike and Philip will talk a little bit about the research today. These are just 2 of the dynamic examples and outcomes of research. Really go in there, explore what's possible. If you want to make a fit and really increase your chances. So people are saying, what do we want in a candidate? We want a candidate that's done careful exploration of what kind of projects are available. So that is your best preparation, is looking at what were the previous research projects, what is the range of things, where do you have some skills where you could contribute. So you're going to learn through the experience, but what foundation do you have to help you succeed? Right? So really go in and watch the videos and look at the posters from the last 2 to 5 years. You'll get a quick understanding of what riss is and what you might do. Always come back, always come back and attend another session, and you can ask questions. So from the website, you'll also see that there are mentors. There's always new mentors joining as well. And so the mentors that have been with us for several summers, you'll see example projects. For those that have not been there, you'll want to just click and see what their current research is on their website. So there's some additional guidance for you on the website. What I'd like to you really talk about is the community, the spirit, the intention. It is a global program that tries to be welcoming to students from across the world, providing research opportunities, providing funding and support. So there is that research guidance, that deep dive, the professional development, and the nurturing community. We really try to find support across, and there are so many faculty members and researchers that participate. And in addition to that, we have leaders from industry. Here we have an IEEE president and the CTO of and vice president of a billion-dollar corporation coming in and spending one-on-one time working together. We've been lucky to work with DGI and UBTech, and those friendships have really enabled us to grow and provide opportunities. We also share what we learn and do with others. And so we make those presentations, and we really hope that we're going to help you build a foundation for your future. And there's so many, these are all students that have come through riss, and they've gone on for fully funded graduate work. There are 2 pieces that are specific deliverables for the program that are to help to support you. And this is a working paper for the Working Papers Journal, and also a research video and poster to help you really share your research. There's such a range of research projects that are going on, but it's really about the community. It's about coming together, because when we all win, everyone goes further. So top scholarships, top companies, and it's about being a community. So I would like to give Alama an opportunity to maybe share a little bit about his research experience, and also to welcome Philip as well. So Balam, do you want to dive in, and would you like to share slides, or how would you like?
Yes, I will share my poster actually.
Oh, awesome. Fantastic. That's great. That's great.
Yeah, so this is a poster that is actually done during the research experience. You're requested to do a poster for like the program, and yeah, I worked with Dr. Melissa Orta Martinez in the Social Happy Robotics Lab. The short lab is a very new lab actually. She just joined like the Institute of Robotics, and what is what is important here is that research at the Robotics Institute is like very wide in terms of what you can achieve or what you can do. I worked in a couple of labs like that help students to learn about robotics, about like math and mathematical functions, and they can mold like play and with mathematical functions and see like what are they achieving. You can search and read about more about this in the in the working journal that I also like. We also create papers for being published in the working paper journal. And yeah, I create this interactive audio interface using some like computer vision techniques for like filtering, calibration, and apply some physics simulation. Also, like creating the methods for simulate the particles within the simulation that is appearing here, like the line and the parabola and that kind of things. And yeah, at the end, you end up like with results. You are involved with a faculty member, in my case, what was with Dr. Melissa, and then you end up having a very good experience with your research. I know, Rachel.
Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you so much for sharing that research experience. Um, we'll give Philip an opportunity to join us. And Philip, will you be sharing your screen, or how would you like to share your?
Yeah, I prepared a short presentation.
Wonderful, wonderful. So I'm gonna go ahead and right now, okay, great, wonderful, thank you.
So yeah, I went a bit more about the whole setting there. So maybe first a few words for my setting. So when I first got into the program, I got the option if I want to do it online or if I want to do it in person, but at a later time. So I shifted it back 1 year. 1 year later, it was still not possible because of the Corona crisis. So I shifted it even back further. But then I could do it in person. But it was not really with a riss program, but more the lab work. So there might be some things that you might have that I didn't have, but it was still really amazing. So I still want to share how it was. So yeah, this was the NAF lab where I worked in. So it's a lab at the bottom of the Robotics Institute. I think back then it was more for autonomous driving. It still has this car with a lot of sensors and stuff, but it's not really a self-driving car. But instead, the lab is now focusing on using camera data that's taken anyway, for example, from buses, and evaluating this data for interesting things that you can get out of it. So I personally worked on bus stop detection. So I use the camera data, I detect persons in the camera images, and I try to estimate if persons are leaving the bus or if they are entering the bus. Based on the cameras that are mounted on the bus, there are 5 cameras. So first, after I detected the humans, I needed some tracking of them so that I can follow the movement of the humans. So this was what I started with. And then I just use a bounding box to check if people are near the door. And if they intersect with this bounding box enough, then I assume that they are near the door. And then I basically just check, okay, the first time I see the people, were they near the door? And then in the end, they went away. Then I guess, okay, the person probably left the bus. Or if it was the other way around, then I assume the person probably entered the bus. So you can also find my code and more information about this on the link. I don't know if they will get the slides later. I can definitely send them to you. And yeah, that's basically what I did. I also visualized it on a map. So these are the bus stops that I detected. And what's special about this, why you need this, was that we were interested in kind of special bus stops where there was no bus sign available. So for example, we detected some bus stops where they were just not listed in the official list of the bus company, but there are also some other interests of the bus company. Yeah, so much about the project. And finally, what I learned was really real world experience with computer vision. So by the state where I went to the research internship, I already had some experience with computer vision, but this was really the first time where I could use it in a real world example. And already there, still at CMU, I took part at the Hack CMU 2021, which was really a lot of fun, although it was just 1 day. And I directly saw that I could use the knowledge that I got. I detected litter in camera images. So I really felt, okay, this research internship brought me forward. I learned a lot there. And also what I really liked about it was meeting the people. So I really made a lot of friends there in Pittsburgh from all over the world. Also really different types of people. So students, PhDs, a lot of people who are at nice companies. But also when the hackathon, I got known to some people who are in the army and are now also studying at CMU. So it was really, really interesting to meet a lot of different people there. And of course, also my advisor, Dr. Christoph Merz. Yeah, he was always in the lab, always there for questions to ask. So it really helped to have him there.
Thank you, Philip. That was wonderful. That was wonderful. Yeah, I think that we had two very different experiences that were shared, and that's part of really what makes the Institute special is that we will be in person for riss 2022, which is great. And when we're in person, Philip, as you were saying, having Christoph there, being able to engage with your mentor, to ask questions and such is so very, very, very valuable. And that's what we want to do. We want to be able to create those communities, to work together, to try to do as much as possible. There's a couple questions that have come in, and perhaps we can share some of our thoughts and on this. So for each of you, was there an opportunity? So someone had asked, is there an opportunity to continue your research or collaboration post research internship? Is there an opportunity? Is that a conversation that you could have with your with your mentors? What are your thoughts on that? So Philip, do you want to go first?
Yeah, I mean, so for me, I'm definitely thinking about it, but I'm not sure about it. So to be honest, just a few days ago, I was already looking for a PhD at CMU.
Yeah.
Because it got so much shifted behind 1.5 years that when I took it, I was already in the middle of my master.
Yeah.
Also, it was a graduate program.
Yeah.
So yeah, now I realize I'm already a bit late for the PhD, and this would be probably the best version to continue it. But by now that I am a bit more sure about what I want to make, I realized, oh, the deadline is already next week, and I don't have an English test for that, so I'm probably a bit late for this. But besides that, I'm also thinking about it. But to be sure, I'm not sure what possibilities there are. That was,
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well,
yeah.
I'll dive in there. And I think this is one of the benefits of riss. And Philip, do you want to stop sharing your screen just for a second
Oh,
there?
sorry, yeah.
And I can bring up the slides again to help the students. One of the reasons to go through, one of the reasons to go through the experience together and to work within a the cohort is that we're creating artifacts, we're helping you be in step with some of the deadlines. We're helping you to think about, when do you apply for graduate school? What are the strategies? What are the documents that you need? How do you get this together? And we have multiple conversations there as well. So post conversation here, you and I can connect and we can formulate some plans and such. And that's where the community experience comes together. So we were delighted to create an opportunity for Philip to come and to work with us. What we do, and there's been some questions about this, why do we have a set time for riss? Well, this is one of the reasons, so that we come together, that we go through a lot of professional development and coaching together, so that we have these opportunities to really get ready for some next steps together. And I think something that I completely agree is that the labs, the experience is amazing, and we want you to be able to really connect to that. So FAQs are online. Thank you for the good questions that have come through. and there's such and there's so many interesting questions about, you know, who gets in and what does that look like and such. Your best alignment is to look at the research of projects from previous years. That's your best way to get really aligned. And so I would suggest that you find those connections there. There is a admissions committee, so we ask that you don't contact the labs or try to make arrangements in advance. We'll go through that admissions committee, and then we'll start to prioritize and do selection together within the committee to create a short list of that. There are the national, someone had asked about US participation. The US National Science Foundation is a partner for the Summer Scholar Program. So it's so exciting to have them as a partner and supporting students to be part of this program. So it's a global program with a really, really strong foundation and support across multiple institutions. So what would be Ike, Bilam, and Philip, what is your last piece of advice for those that might be attending today?
Yeah, I would like to encourage everyone to continue on research. I don't know if you find this opportunity to be useful for you. You can continue searching for other opportunities of undergraduate research. To just reach a faculty member of your home university and I don't know conduct the research. Maybe they have something interesting for you, and you have to collaborate with them. You have the chance to collaborate with them, and then you have to gain some experience, and then I don't know apply next year or something like that.
That's wonderful. It is at your home university, and thank you for bringing up that point. At your home university, get started on projects and research and exploration. This will build bridges for you to future opportunities. Philip?
I mean, for me, I would just have an advice for when you are already there in Pittsburgh. And what I really also mostly enjoyed was just the great campus there. So coming here from Germany, where everything is decentralized and you have to drive 1 hour to get to the sports campus and stuff. Mm-hmm. It was so nice that everything was on the campus. You have a swimming pool on the campus. You have all kinds of other sports stuff and a lot of opportunities to meet new people. And that's really what I really enjoyed. And I think you should also definitely take use of it, connect to people there. And yeah.
Pittsburgh has a specific character of being welcoming and friendly. And even during the pandemic, you were still able to connect and meet people, which was really exciting. We're close to New York City, to Niagara Falls, to Washington, D.C. So there's a great place to explore and to see other places as well. And where there's sports facilities, there's movies, and just a 7 to 10 minute walk from the campus, there's several 100-acre park, which is awesome. So you can hike there, you can bike, you can do things like that. There's a huge botanical garden nearby. In the summers, not during COVID, when we're able to do so, there's also a huge field nearby where they have outdoor movies like free twice a week. And so people gather, there's music festivals and such. There's a lot of really wonderful ways to explore the city. So again, thank you, Philip and Ike Bilam for joining us today. This was really a wonderful conversation, and thank you for encouraging the students that are attending and thinking about risk to look at their home university and look at what those experiences could be and how they could help prepare them, where to dive in with risk, and if they're able to come to Pittsburgh to really take advantage of the wonderful opportunities that they have before them. So take care. It was great to see everyone, and I wish everyone the best, and we look forward to our next conversation.